Oh wow, they recolored again the radar towers with the black outline. Looks kind of cool. Anyways, all right, flintlock weapons. So we are going to start off with the WALLOPER. It's technically a flintlock weapon, so I'm including it. It is no longer available, so if you missed out on it, tough titties, tough titties. I tell everybody to buy everything that's limited, period. Is it worth? Yes, it's limited. Get it. Okay, so this was available last week for the first week after 5.0 went live. It is no longer available. We don't know if it'll ever come back. Typically, we've only seen one repeat of weapons, and that's the hydraulic weapon set. That is it. This is a hardware item, a hammer. A hammer that delivers a hefty punch with slow, wide swings. It has a leap attack, heavy attack that jumps to the targeted foe and damages and knocks down nearby enemies. So it's got a typical swing that a hammer has. It seems a little slower than most hammers. The heavy attack. Holy balls. How far does it go? What? What? So somebody was telling me you could actually target. So let's, okay. So can you overshoot it? Let me see here. Oh no, it does target on.
Wish I could.
Oh, you can't do it in air? Oh! Whoa, leg. Nope. Ah, damn. Jeez. Does it interrupt? Let me see here. Come here. Oh, crap.
Gross.
That's a cool hammer. Can you go up on here? Oh, no. No. Is that just normal jump height? No, you jump a little higher. Wow. That is cool.
Nope.
Got it. The fishing hook is the new scythe. A slow weapon that deals high damage and moderate impact in a wide arc. Has a whirlwind attack. I think every scythe has the whirlwind attack. Heavy attack that spins around several times, damaging and knocking back nearby foes. Whoosh. Ooh, it sounds cool. I like the red. That looks way cool. So, but that's standard motion for scythes. And heavy attack. Then we're gonna look at Sir Hootie. It's a club. Flintlock heavy club with a slow swing speed and large knockback potential. The home run is its ability. Oh, I like the home run. Heavy attack focuses on impact and a knockback that will send enemies flying. Oh, it is slow. It's like a medium sword. That is cool. I love that. It's like the Happy Gilmore. Alright, let's look at old Betsy. It's a sniper rifle. Bolt action, flintlock, accurate high-powered rifle with a single round per magazine that kicks like a mule. Her excellent damage and impact make her a prime choice for those who can handle her temper. Ooh, it's got a nice, still stays super tight while strafing. That's not even any kick. Kicks like a mule, it like doesn't even kick. And then you have to reload anyway, so it's not even relevant. Wow. Oh, that's cool. Look at that, you get the smoke out of the barrel and then the little tracer. Oh, that's cool. Cool, detail. Alright, so let's go to the revolver. The Dualist. It's a pistol, slow firing revolver with the powerful kick that deals heavy headshot damage and knocks back targets accurate out to mid-range. I like how sometimes they give extra information. Accurate out to mid-range. Oh, it does kick a little. It climbs a little bit. I feel like you can manage it. I feel like it's like, oh yeah, it's just like the Judge. You can fight it just a little bit and maintain your shots, whereas the Falcon keeps... These black squares keep popping up, man. They chase me. I don't understand. God, that sounds awesome. See? They chase me. Alright, the Dragoon. A Dragoon is a, let's see, flintlock shotgun, deals heavy damage and knockback to multiple enemies in a very wide cone, has extremely limited range, tiny ammo capacity, high recoil, and a long reload time. Looks like the Thunderbolt spread. Looks like a Thunderbolt, 2 shots. Oh! Fires 2 shots at the same time. Oh, but then you reload both at the same time. So it's like 1 shot, 1 reload. It's a 1 shot. Consumes 2 ammo. Interesting. That's it? What's it said? High recoil? I guess it does, but then you reload, then it's irrelevant. So recoil's silly. Silly, silly. Alright, for comparison purposes, here's a list of comparable hammers in the game, hardware. We've got the Walloper, and then the Doom Hammer. I got them out of order. I meant to put the Husk Stomper next because the Doom Hammer and the... I can't reach over there, unfortunately. The Doom Hammer and the Husk Stomper are currently in the game and will always be in the game. They're regular hammers. The Dragon's Fist, the Vendertech Slammer, and the Pulverizer are event weapons. So if you missed them, you can't get them. You got to wait for them to come back if they come back. But here's comparison for damage. The Walloper comes out as the top base damage hammer. Crit chance and crit damage is a 20-50. Seems like that's the biggest out of the combos as well. Doom Hammer is a 20-50. The Husk Stomper is a 15-50, so it has a lower crit chance base rating. The attack speed is 0.72, so it's slower. Is it the slowest? It is the slowest out of all the hammers. And then impact is a 590, so it has less impact than the Pulverizer, but more impact than anything else. The Pulverizer was part of the hydraulic weapon set that came out, and the big thing with the hydraulic weapon set was that they had increased impact. So in theory, those should have more impact than anything else. So the Walloper comes in underneath that, but above everything else in impact, and then above everything else in damage, and it has the highest crit rate damage combo out of all of them. We got the Fishing Hook. Compared to the other 3 scythes in the game. The Reaper Scythe is an energy-based scythe. The Elegant Scythe is a regular scythe, so you can roll physical, energy, nature, water, fire, whatever you want on there. The Neon Scythe is an event weapon. It is also energy only. So if you miss the Neon, you can't get it. The Fishing Hook, unlike the Walloper, is actually the weakest. I mean, the Neon Scythe is weaker, but the Fishing Hook is... is weaker out of all the ones that are existing in the game. It's got a 1575. The Reaper Scythe has a higher crit chance at 2075. The attack speed, Fishing Hook is faster. And then impact-wise, it has more impact. There's no hydraulic scythe to knock it out of the water, so the Fishing Hook has the highest impact out of all the scythes. Another cool thing about the Fishing Hook is you can put whatever you want on it. It's not energy based or nature or whatever. But then again, the Elegant Scythe looks like the better option. I don't know. Attack speed, impact, it's up to you. Then Sir Hootie. We got the Sir Hootie Club up with the Fortsville Slugger 3000 and the Master's Driver. Those are also 2 weapons you can get. They're normal weapons in the game. Sir Hootie comes in at 73. The Slugger and the Driver are at 82 and 81, being harder hitting weapons than Sir Hootie. Sir Hootie does have more impact. It is also... it's the slowest. That's bizarre. It has a 1550 crit rate damage, which is tied to the Driver, but better than the Slugger. But it's slower. That's bizarre. Normally when you have a slower swing and it hits harder. Huh. Huh. Interesting. Next up, we'll look at old Betsy and a handful of other sniper rifles. I did not throw up the high rate of fires. I didn't throw up the charge, Zapatron, and I forgot Ralphie's Revenge. Ralphie's Revenge would have been a good one to put up on here. And there, that's good. You can see the numbers. I'm covering it right here. My bad. My bad. So old Betsy is a bolt action, not a high rate of fire. So the one shot, the super shredder, which is super popular. I was debating on putting that one up here or not. The so back up. One shot super shredder are always in the game. You can always get those through llamas or from your collection book. The crossbow, Vindertech Jolter, Neon Sniper, Obliterator, and the Tsunami and Ralphie's Revenge, which is not pictured here, are all event items. So if you missed them, you got to wait for them to come back around if they come back around. The Heartbreaker is also a crossbow, but it's the same as the crossbow. They're exactly the same. So that's not up here. Now, old Betsy comes in at 248 damage per shot. One shot 105, super shredder 22.5, crossbow 158, blah, 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 blah. The Obliterator, everybody's favorite sniper rifle, my favorite sniper rifle, 225. Old Betsy does more damage per shot than the Obliterator, which is a little surprising. Tsunami's weak, 68. The headshot is 100 on old Betsy. 150 seems to be the highest across the board. Super shredder's at 50. Ralphie's, which is not pictured, is 500%. The crit chance combo with crit chance crit damage is a 1575. Super shredder's a 1550. Crossbow's a 1075. So across the board, the crit chance damage is the highest on sniper rifles. Impact. 1500. Jesus. The hydraulic, the impact weapon set is at 675. The Obliterator even had more than that at 825. But old Betsy is at 1500 impact. That is gross. That is gross. The Dualist. I threw up the Judge, Falcon, Bald Eagle, Vacuum Tube Revolver, and the Piston Spitter as comparisons. The Vacuum Tube Revolver and the Piston Spitter are event weapons. The Bald Eagle may or may not be. It came in as a weekly item that we could purchase a long, long time ago. And then it was also offered up in the last event, Blockbuster Llamas, as a weapon for the Blockbuster event. So I don't know if it's gone, if you can still get it, what the story is behind it. I also believe it's still in the collection book under regular pistols. I could be totally wrong. I didn't look it up. So that might be limited. It might not be. The Judge and Falcon are standard weapons that you can get if you're new to the game and you've missed all the other events. So the Dualist comes in at 113, which is second best. The Bald Eagle coming in at 184. We all know that that guy is a monster when it comes to damage. The headshot multiplier, or not multiplier, but the headshot increase on the Dualist is 150. The only other pistol is the Bald Eagle with 150. The Judge and Falcon are at 100. Crit. The crit is 1575, 1575. They are all 1575, so they all have the same crit chance and crit damage. Impact 450 ties with the Judge. Actually, it looks like it ties with the Judge for a lot of stuff except for the damage and headshot. Impact is 450. The Vacuum Tube has more impact. The Piston Spitter has more impact. But the Bald Eagle comes in at 885 impact for you impact nuts. And finally, the Dragoon. I threw up the Thunderbolt and the Maverick because those are the only other two shotguns that are in the same class as it. I thought about doing the Backbreaker because some people still view the Backbreaker as an AoE gun, but it's really not, and it's really not a single target either. Backbreaker is kind of bad. Hate it or love it. It is what it is. So the Dragoon and the Thunderbolt are literally kind of the same. The Maverick falls under the same class. It has a little bit wider spread than most shotguns, but not as wide as the Thunderbolt and Dragoon. Has a little bit more range as well. But if you look at these charts here, the damage on the Dragoon is 150, the Thunderbolt is 113, and the Maverick is 87. So it's the weakest. All three of them share a 1550 crit chance, crit damage. None of them get a headshot bonus. They all have a fire rate of 3. They all have a mag size of 2. The Maverick reloads a little faster, but the Dragoon and the Thunderbolt reload at the same time. And the impact on the Dragoon is the highest, Thunderbolt coming in at 900, and the Maverick being the weakest at 675. Now, I'm a little intrigued, and we'll have to do some testing on this. And if I ever do an actual weapon review video on an individual gun, we'll cover all of this. But we'll be doing this on stream here probably tonight because I'm curious. The Dragoon fires 2 shots per shot, reloads 2 shots in 1 reload. Where the Thunderbolt, you can go pop, pop, and then you have to reload a shell in a shell. So, on that note, the Dragoon here on the stats shows that it hits for 150. Is it 150 per shot? So are you hitting for 300, or is it calculated 150 just per blast? Also, the impact, is it 1125 per shot? So essentially getting 2,250 because you're firing 2 at once, or is that already calculated into the blast? If that's the case, the Thunderbolt, you can double tap fairly quickly. So when you're shooting at stuff, you're technically pumping out 226 over 150 very quickly. Instead of 1 blast, you're going pop, pop, and you've accumulated that damage. And then the impact, you've accumulated 1,800 impact in less than a second, where the Dragoon doesn't. So we'll have to play around with that. I'm actually really curious. Really curious. For like the Reddit people and the YouTubers like myself and anybody else that wants to show big numbers, the Dragoon is going to have the bigger number on screen. So that's always cool. Also, if you need the one and done quick impact blast, that's going to have it. But then again, if 900 is all you need, you don't need to go over, and then you have a second shot ready to go for your second target. So preference. Maverick, get out of here. Get out of here. So that wraps up the Flintlock weapons that have and are currently available. There are rumored to be more coming, an assault rifle, a rocket launcher, and another sniper, as far as I've heard. But those will most likely only be available inside of the weekly store for a limited time. So make sure you get your gold and you get those before they're gone. We will be running definitely some tests on some of these. I'm curious. Over the next couple days, weeks or so, over on stream. So if you're free and bored and you want to check it out, feel free to swing by over at twitch.tv/SlyGumbi. I'm live pretty much every day between the hours of 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's West Coast United States. Sometimes I go later depending on if I'm closing at work. Sometimes we go way later than 2 a.m. I mean, lately we've been doing a lot of 6 a.m.s. So, but 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. is a good rule of thumb. So, yeah, maybe we'll see you there, maybe not. And with that, I'm out. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye now.